Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking Love and Marriage Huntsville. Y'all know why y'all here. Today we're talking because we got to recap the Reality with the King Huntsville edition. And y'all know that the blackout's going on, but y'all know that people got the tea, and the special guest was none other than MARSAU Scott, and for what other purpose but to review the girls' trip. However, there was a segment where, for whatever reason, we needed to be updated on Carlos King's personal life, which he already updates us on his YouTube, on his Instagram, and on his Twitter, but nonetheless, basically was joking around, and Carlos was asking MARSAU if there was anybody in Huntsville that, could hook him up or whatever, and it was censored, it was bleeped out, but I'm like 99.9% sure the bleeped out name was Martell Holt, you guys. And it only makes sense because Carlos King would not have that reaction if it were anyone else. So nonetheless, there is that. It is clear as day that, Martell, in all of his foolishness and destroying his family and living out in the dumps in the trenches with his side chick and brokety broke, now MARSAU has taken some notes from Martell and has at least tried to step up his looks in terms of the suit game and everything else, and allegedly getting these business licenses in Georgia and trying to expand and all of the things. So meanwhile, Martell is still trying to plot with, Tasha K trying to plot, with Dr. Heavenly trying to plot, with Carlos King and all these people, allegedly, and it keeps flopping, right? So they review the girls' trip episode, and again, Carlos King, can we come up with something original? Can we come up with something original? You know that there are content creators who are reviewing the earlier seasons or have already reviewed these episodes, and you wasted Own and Discovery's time pitching them this nonsense. It'll be a couple of episode event to, get them ready for the new season. No. All this is going to do is reinforce the blackout, you guys. Do not be scammed by anything complimentary MARSAU said about Mel that we're going to get to in a little bit here, because this was the same MARSAU that had no problems covering for Martell's cheating and covering for all of the tomfoolery that Martell was doing with multiple mistresses. And you were still all up in Mel's face like it was nothing. No. This isn't a, MARSAU likes Mel or whatever. Now, can he be attracted to Mel? Absolutely. Can he respect Mel's, business acumen? Absolutely. But let's be clear, this is the same person who knew exactly the foolery that Martell was doing all these years and said nothing. And then wanted to taunt Mel, him, and his wife on the show about the mistresses. So please miss me with this newfound, oh my gosh, MARSAU. No. And let's not forget the deplorable things that he continues to say about Mel fans and Mel supporters and the Melimeters. If you genuinely liked Mel and you genuinely cared about Mel, you would not be attacking her fan base and trying to make it about Mel and all this other stuff, and that she needs to control. You wouldn't be saying all this tomfoolery. So I wanted to get that out the way before we get into some of MARSAU's comments, right? So as far as the girls' trip goes, Carlos had asked MARSAU who he thought would win in a knuck if you buck situation between Nell and Kimmy, and basically said that, because Nell is shorter, he thinks that she can get, some uppercuts and things in or what have you, and all of that. To be honest with you, I don't know who would win. both act like they've got nothing to lose. Both of them have allegedly been side chicks before, so they've been fighting for their lives for quite some time, allegedly. So it's a toss-up, right? But I wouldn't count NELL out because, she continues to still be fighting to this day. So nonetheless, that was that. Then the conversation turned over, to Destiny's appearance on the trip and all of that. MARSAU did get a dig in on the room, saying that Kimmy, Destiny, and Tisha's room was like they were living in a manger. And then also, basically called Destiny a few times that she's a lie. And that she's a flat-out liar. The first time MARSAU called Destiny a bold-faced lie was when Tisha let Destiny know, obviously, Sunny was on the girls' trip and everything else, and Destiny tried to play it like it was going to be cool, everybody was going to conduct themselves and all of that, and then immediately in that confessional basically showed all 150 types of bothered that she truly was, and MARSAU said, "You're very much bothered. You are very much bothered," and then provided some context on the Sunny and Moses situation. See, y'all like to run with narratives when we've been saying what it was from the beginning, right? That, basically MARSAU was like, if he was Sunny, because Destiny liked to put out there how much money she was getting from Moses, well, we obviously know now that obviously was coming from Sunny's account. And he said that if he was Sunny, that would have been the dig that I would have given to Destiny. And then also basically said that this Moses thing isn't what people are making it out to be. This isn't a committed relationship. This wasn't anything monogamous. That Moses was, dealing with multiple people, and basically called him and Destiny a friends with benefit situation, a situationship, which I had been saying from the start. So again, another lie by Destiny. But Destiny is too busy, trying to suck up to the Scotts and trying to suck up to Stormy, that she doesn't realize these people still don't see it for her. That, she's trying to, build up allies and build up a reason to still be on this show, since her and Mel aren't friends anymore, but she doesn't realize that these people don't see it for her, and I honestly don't think MARSAU sees it for Destiny. See, this isn't like how, Maurice tried to take Destiny under his wing and all of that. No. MARSAU sees Destiny exactly for who she is. Feels that she is, a wild and single woman who is going to try to corrupt the married people and all the things, and he does not want that energy around Tisha. He does not want anybody around Tisha that can give Tisha confidence to ever leave MARSAU and be done with him, right? But furthermore, it's the additional lying that Destiny likes to do that, that MARSAU just isn't featuring. Right. Also comes for Dr. CHANITA Foster, calls her basically a, trying to seek fame, trying to seek attention, trying to have a TV moment and extend her reality TV life and all of these things. Basically, in the whole patriarchy and misogynistic of it all, assumes that, CHANITA's NFL husband left her and all of this, and Carlos tried to intervene and said, well, how do you know it wasn't the other way around, that, CHANITA didn't leave him? And I felt like he was low-key trying to come for her looks, basically saying, look at her, why would she have the confidence to leave her husband? And then also Carlos, again trying to hype up the fact that her ex-husband was in the NFL, and MARSAU was like, oh, what was he, a nose guard? Like basically, like CHANITA couldn't have attracted a man that is in the NFL, and it's just like, really, MARSAU, like where is your NFL money? Even the lowest salaried player on the NFL, whether it's like the kickers or the punters or whomever, are are more successful than you. Like, let's keep it a buck, right? Because you would not be doing all of this shucking and jiving for the pennies that Carlos King allegedly is paying, right? Because no real multimillionaires is going to be going down in the dumps like this with Carlos King and assisting Carlos King and doing his bidding and all of this nonsense, right? Nobody is going to be in these Facebook groups and in these comments all day on Instagram. Anything that pertains to MEL or the Millimeters, throwing shots in the comments, throwing digs in the comments and all the things. You're not going to have time for that. Or be in the Facebook groups and allege that it's all a scheme by the Millimeters as to all of these bad things that are happening to the cast members and Kimmy co-signing the nonsense, you guys. You would not, no real multimillionaire is going to be entertaining that level of tomfoolery and having that type of time, you guys. So nonetheless, we move on to obviously the climax of, some of the stuff with Mel and Destiny and everything else. And, it comes up about the conversation of respectful cheating. And MARSAU says, listen, Martell Holt is nothing but a liar. But see, some of you guys ran with the narrative that Mel was with the bodyguard, Mel was with the security guard because, again, you don't like Mel. But consider the source, right? Consider who the source is, and it is none other than lying Martell Holt, who cheated for most of his marriage and was lying to his wife most of his marriage and had a baby on his wife towards the end of the marriage, and you have the audacity to believe it because you don't like Mel. But aren't y'all Team Scott? So are you going to believe MARSAU now, or are you going to say that MARSAU is just playing up support for Mel all of a sudden because of Martell? Like what angle are you going to go with this now, is what I want to know. This is somebody who would know better than anybody who actually knows these people that he films with, right? So, and knew them prior to the existence of this show. Basically said there's no way in HELL that Mel and the side chick were ever friends. In any capacity, in any situation, in any scenario. That basically Martell cannot keep his lie straight. Martell cannot keep a lie straight. Martell cannot ever lie good. To the point that Mel was like, listen, let me go directly to the source. Let me directly go to the side chick. And MARSAU said, listen, both of these women were being lied to. Martell was probably telling the side chick that he was going to leave his wife and that, they were going to ride off together in the sunset and he was going to have all this money. Martell was probably telling Mel that he was ending it for good, with the side chick, and that him and the 4 kids were going to ride off into the sunset and, continue to expand their business and become successful and all of the things. Meanwhile, he was never having any intentions of leaving his wife. It was Mel who filed for a divorce. And meanwhile, he was never leaving the side chick alone because per that reunion, he sat there and told Mel, listen, from all of the elders that I know, the wife stuck around regardless of, the cheating or not. And I intend for you to do the same thing. I'm not going to change my ways. I've got a little bit of reality TV fame and I should be allowed to have a wife and a mistress and you should be able to deal with it. And Mel said, not on my watch. Let me go ahead and file for this divorce. But, Destiny, again, another liar. And MARSAU was like, there's no way that there was any type of friendship of any sort. You see the way the mistress cannot keep Mel's name out of her mouth and continues to talk reckless about Mel, continues to throw shade at Mel, continues to throw shade at Mel's kids. What friend does that, you guys? What type of sister wives, we have an understanding type of situation is that makes sense to you? So another Destiny lie. But nobody should be surprised. She's only doing this because her and Mel are not friends anymore. So, nonetheless, but it's silly. It looks completely and utterly ridiculous. And then I think MARSAU got confused when Carlos was trying to clarify the comment about Destiny saying that she could have had Martell and Mel if she wanted to. And MARSAU was like, as in a threesome. And then I think he got tripped up for a second because he was trying to remember what threesome are people discussing. And was that alluding to that scene that Lying Martell was allegedly talking about Martell and MARSAU in that scene where it looks like they're having field day in the Super Duper trailer for the rest of the season, alleging that they were having, alleged threesomes with women at the same time, alleged women at the same time, and getting it in. And then that's when, MARSAU and Maurice was like, oh, that's too far, Martell, I think he got tripped up for a second. And then MARSAU said basically that any man is not going to turn down a threesome. Now, I don't think we got to stop with this everybody in all situation. I think a good man, a good respecting man, a good monogamous man will probably turn down a threesome, right? Let's not put all men into one box, you guys. Speak for yourself, MARSAU, but don't speak for the good men who are out there, who are not trying to be out here just sleeping with everyone and anybody. Let's make that clear. So with that as well, MARSAU basically admitted that he had a threesome allegedly in college. Are we gonna rewind the tapes? Remember, the late Kiki, rest her soul, rest in peace. Didn't she allude to MARSAU having recent threesomes? Are we just gonna play like we are Bobo the Fool and this new rebrand that's taking place with the new money and the new suit and the Moonjaro MARSAU, that none of this is, we're just gonna rewrite all this history because you and Tisha now think that you guys are the power couple of the show? No. I call cap on that. But nonetheless, obviously there's nobody that's going to ever come forward, it seems, or there's some good non-disclosure agreements, or they're dealing allegedly with women who have just as much to lose as them. So therefore, unfortunately, we're never going to get to the bottom of it as of now, right? So nonetheless, MARSAU said, listen, if any men wanted to sleep with the women in the cast, if anybody is trying to get at any women in the cast and have sex and hook up with them, it's going to be Mel. And I was like, well, obviously, right? It's clear as day that there's an affinity, regardless, that these men have for Mel. Whether it's they can't keep her name out their mouths, they can't keep her fans out their mouths. There's there's the it factor that Mel has that these men are drawn to, right? And we've said this, right? Which is why, it bothers them as well, because either they can't have her because they're currently married, or, they're mad that she did not stay in a cheating marriage with Martell and quote unquote play her role, right? They're mad. And they're mad that Mel elevated even further without Martell. They knew Martell wasn't anything, which is why they were begging Martell to stay with Mel. But they were expecting her to be living, in some, low-level, area that was run down, one-bedroom apartment, barely able to make ends meet, no more luxury cars, no more luxury lifestyle, no more designer labels, all those things. And Mel upgraded. Mel lived basically in a house that was similar to the house that her and Martell shared in a gated community. Still has a Range Rover, has the G-Wagon, and is making it do what it do. and the kids are all thriving. So, regardless of, the messiness that is MARSAU, I do believe that these men are very much attracted to Mel, right? I definitely believe that. And I definitely believe if they thought that they had a chance with Mel, they would try to risk it all and risk that opportunity. And so Carlos asks MARSAU, at any point, did Mel ever, do you know anything about Mel being interested in women romantically, being attracted to women romantically, all of these things? And MARSAU said HELL, no. He's only known her to be into men and be attracted to men. So another destiny lie, you guys. But we said that. See, this is the thing. You can separate your personal whatever from who you like or dislike in the cast and just call a liar a liar. And Destiny has lied way too many times. This is the same Destiny that tried to imply in that Dustin interview that Mel was having an affair with LeBaric. And some of y'all took it and ran with it. Even after Dustin made her clarify, because it sounded as if Destiny wanted to imply that she walked in on Mel and LeBaric in the bedroom doing the grown-up. And she had to clarify, because she knows how ridiculous, she knew that she couldn't run with that. Basically said that she was FaceTiming her son, and in the background was Mel and the kids, the whole kids, at the restaurant. That is not the same thing as Mel and LeBaric making it happen all alone together and out here on dates and pursuing a relationship. So it's funny, like I said previously, Destiny is doing all this sucking up. She was hanging out with the Scotts after the reunion and, was celebrating MARSAU's birthday and all of these things, you guys. Only for MARSAU to get right on that camera and call Destiny exactly for who she is. And say exactly that she is a flat out lie. That no matter what she says, no matter what she does, she's pressed about Moses. She's pressed that Moses wasn't the one to wife her up. She is pressed that she thought that she had something to make out of this situationship with Moses, and all she got was Sonny's deposits. No. No. That is hustling backwards, you guys. We can argue all day the extent of Sonny and Destiny's alleged friendship or work relationship or whatever. We can go back and forth all day on whatever alleged timelines and all this and the marriage with LeBaric and all of this. But a lie is a lie. And nonetheless, there is not that much there with Destiny and Moses for Destiny to be upset like this, as far as I'm concerned. Because, let MARSAU tell it, it was a situationship at best. It was a friends with benefits at best. So what are y'all gonna say now? Right? What are y'all gonna say now? Y'all were hyping up that Destiny, like I said, is trying to be chummy with the Scotts, is trying to be chummy with Stormy, and have all of her allies together, but it sounds like MARSAU sees right through it. MARSAU sees exactly Destiny for who she is, and regardless of all that sucking up, they're never going to see it for them. And this is the real reason why Destiny still cries over her lost friendship with Mel. Because had you not been two-faced, had you not been fake with Mel, had you not tried to use Mel and play Mel, Mel would have never did you like this. Mel would have never got on camera and called you a liar and called you all these things. Mel would have protected your secrets. Mel would have protected the lying and conniving stuff that you're doing. She wouldn't have been blasting it out here if y'all were still friends. But nonetheless, and then the other point I wanted to talk about as well was the issue of Destiny hanging out with the side chick. And MARSAU said as well, he said, listen, he said, Mel has a right to be pissed. He said it's one thing if, you get a divorce and the boys are still cool with each other. It's another if Mel is the one crying to you and Mel is the one upset to you, confiding in you about her issues with Martell and her being sick of this cheating, her being sick of being disrespected and all of these things. And then to see you go out with that same mistress that she was crying on your shoulder about, that she was upset about, to see you out there at Cheesecake Factory with the mistress, to see you having the audacity to try to come for Mama Van at a kid's sporting event, for you to film the mistress at some other restaurant, is that the side chick and all that, trying to get people's attention? That's not a friend. That is an op. That is somebody who is being fake and phony and basically uplifting the union and the nonsense that Martell was doing. You were never Mel's friend, because no real friend would do that. And I don't want to hear no excuse. Well, she's the baby mama, so she's going to be around. No. Because we've seen you film scenes with Martell separately, where there is no baby mama in the mix. You wanted that footage out there of you hanging out with the side chick because you thought you were on some get back with Mel and the kids hanging out with LeBeric, but that's not the same thing. You guys were both married couples at the times. You guys were both friends at the time. That's not the same situation. You're actively trying to commiserate with the side chick and trying to elevate the side chick like she's one of y'all. No. And Mel cried to you about this woman. If Mel was so comfortable with this side chick, if her and this side chick were such good friends, why isn't her and the side chick cool now? And it's been over 5 years since she's been divorced from Martell. If Mel and the side chick were any type of friend, why, is there so much, anger and issues on the part of the side chick that she continues to get on the internet if everything was cool between her and Mel? You knew exactly what you were doing, Destiny, when it was all said and done, and it flopped. And you're trying to play like, oh, it was respectful cheating. There was nothing respectful. There's no such thing, by the way, of respectful cheating. There's no such thing, because you're already disrespecting the union that you're supposed to be committed to. That's already disrespectful. What happened was Martell did not take the advice of the alleged fellow cheaters in his circle of messing with women who have something to lose. He decided to mess with somebody who has everything, who has nothing to lose. And that's what they were basically trying to say. Basically mess with somebody who has as much to lose as you, who perhaps is married or in a relationship as well, and is going to be careful about not trying to get the spot blown up. You mess with somebody who was in the gutter, who was in the dumps, who was trying to be seen, who was trying to be famous, who was trying to become the wife, still isn't the wife, regardless of what people are saying. If Martell wanted to marry this side chick, he would have by now. And all of the things. But Destiny, once again, you played yourself. And like I said, Mel would have never did you like this. Mel would have never did you like this. But you are two-faced. And you bash everybody behind their back. And MARSAU sees you exactly for what it is. That you're just using all these people to be anti-Mel or to be anti-Sunny, but it's really a one-sided beef. You went on all of those podcasts elevating you and Moses to be something that it wasn't. And the biggest clownery of it all is Moses is sitting in jail. So there's nothing to defend at this point. There's nothing to be hyping up. You have elevated, the situationship with a career criminal as the love of your life, and you have nothing to show for it. It's embarrassing. And MARSAU called you out. So, are you still going to be posted up? Because I believe you were still in the comments, you know, defending, or it was either you or your fan page, you know, still defending MARSAU, still trying to hype up the Scots and all these things, but they see through you. And we already know Kimmy don't like you either. But she'll tolerate you, you know, for the sake of the show. Like she's allegedly doing with Tisha. But nonetheless, there's that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.